So I was looking through my old journals the other day and I opened one from January of 2018. And at the very top, it said that my number one goal for that year was to learn how to love myself. And I really was surprised when my instant reaction was just to laugh and say, oh, of course I do. Somewhere over the last 5 years, I went from hating myself to loving myself. And without even really realizing it, what I've been working towards has finally happened. And in reflecting on how I got here, I wanted to offer some tangible steps that you can take because I get it. Cultivating self-love feels so abstract. It's really hard to know where to start and what to do, especially if you're someone who was told at a young age that your lovability is tied up in external factors like achievement, your body's aesthetic, or your lack of boundaries. So if you're trying to learn how to love yourself, here are a few tips. Tip number 1, whatever your love language is in terms of receiving love, give that to yourself. So John Gottman pioneered the 5 love languages: words of affirmation, acts of service, physical touch, quality time, and gifts. And though we all express our love in all of these different ways, you can take the test online at his website to find out which ones are the most meaningful for you. So here are the top 5 love languages and some ideas for how you can implement them in your life. So for physical touch and affection, you can give yourself what's known as a butterfly hug, where you just hold yourself like this in your bed and you tell yourself it's gonna be okay. It sounds silly, but I've done this a lot and so have other people, and it's very helpful. You can do an intentional senses meditation, take warm baths, self-soothe yourself with a facial massage, or treat yourself to a full body massage. For words of affirmation, you can do mirror work, gratitude journaling, writing a list of things that you love about yourself every day. I highly recommend this practice. And if you know what your strengths are, reflecting on the week and writing out how you exemplified those strengths is a great way to practice recognizing what you've done right. The brain likes to find things that are wrong, so train it to recognize the good. Also, you can congratulate yourself on your small wins, self-soothe during tough times, and even just say kind things to yourself out loud. For quality time, you can go out by yourself, making time for a new hobby that you've been wanting to try. You could wind down or prepare for the day with a morning or an evening routine. Quality time can also mean setting boundaries for yourself, or it can mean just going out and trying new things to give yourself an experience. And for gifts, yes, obviously you can buy things that you've always wanted, but you can also make yourself a healthy meal, use a face mask, do something that you've really been wanting to try. It does not have to cost money or be expensive. My friend Auden, who's this avid traveler, will send me postcards from whatever country she's visiting, and it makes me cry every time. So now, on occasion, I will send myself some snail mail. Yeah, I write letters to myself and send them. And it's really nice, I'm cringe, but I'm free. And then for acts of service, you can put in the time to clean up or meal prep, anything that would take the burden off of what you've been worrying about, something that your future self would thank you for. And acts of service also does not have to be limited to you, but could be for you by doing community work or volunteer work. So as a personal example, my top love languages are gifts and quality time. So I receive and I give love in these languages. And that for me, that means I buy myself flowers, I take myself out on solo dates to restaurants to read, or sometimes I just go to the park or beach or have a little day trip somewhere. I'll see plays that I'm interested in or go to museums that I want to visit. The point is that I make quality time for me and I show myself with my actions that I love myself, utilizing the love languages that mean the most. I practice all 5 love languages in my life, but your girl's simple. She loves flowers. Tip number 2, change your self-talk to be loving, supportive, and nurturing. And this means policing your thoughts. So when your inner critic rears up and calls you ugly, you lovingly tell that bitch to fuck off because you know what? You're uniquely beautiful. When you're in an anxiety spiral, you self-soothe. And when you're hurt and angry, you validate yourself. In addition to providing yourself with loving actions and loving words, just become your own best friend. I did a whole video on this called How to Actually Gain Self-Esteem, so you can watch that for practical tactics to engage in self-friendship. Align yourself with your idea of a person who loves themselves and check in often. Look, this isn't fun. Okay, it's not easy. It took me 5 years. It's not comfortable. It was a lot of work. It's a lot of practice. But we're only good at what we practice. So if you've been practicing hating yourself and bullying yourself for decades, obviously it's going to take some intentional repetition to shake yourself out of that habit and that mindset and that shift. And look, even when you do love yourself, you're going to have what are known as emotional relapses, especially when you're stressed out, in crisis, or the pillars of your foundational basics like sleep are off. but we are the loves of our own lives. And when I realized I was looking for things in partners that I could give to myself, that I should give to myself because I deserved it, the happier I became and the less I relied on some other person to make me feel whole, happy, or fulfilled, which is frankly not their job. It is our job. And when you can fill your own cup and love yourself wholly, you can show up to every relationship, whether it's romantic, platonic, or familial, with so much more clarity, empathy, and of course, love. Good luck on your journey. I'm Akana. Thank you to the patrons who supported today's video, and thank you, as always, to my biological father, yes, Daddy Akana Squarespace, for sponsoring today's episode. Daddy Akana Squarespace makes it easy for creators to monetize their content and expertise in a way that fits their baby brand, like me. With member areas, Daddy Akana Squarespace unlocks a new revenue stream for your business, and it frees up time in your schedule by selling access to gated content like my workbook, which is available, online courses, or newsletters. Plus, online booking and scheduling is available, so it's easier than ever for your clients to schedule classes or sessions, and they have easy access to your availability, so they can reschedule online and you don't have to deal with coordinating calendars. If you're a content creator like myself and you use video, they have Video Studio where you can create pro-level videos effortlessly. Their Video Studio app helps you make and share engaging videos so that you can tell your story, grow your audience, and drive sales. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and whenever you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/Anna and use the code Anna for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thank you, Daddy Akana Squarespace, for continuing to pay my mortgage. I love you.